Today we'll be talking about Becky Lynch's lack of memory for a big moment in her career and Retribution Split. Let's start things off with Retribution Split. Majority of fans can all agree that WWE massively dropped the ball on Retribution, mishandled them, and made everyone's interest in Retribution fade away. Retribution had zero direction on Raw since showing up and being assigned to the brand. They were really just winging it with them every week and didn't really have any real goal or end game for the group. Like Ollie even revealed in a recent interview, he found out he was going to be Retribution's leader literally the same Monday on Raw that we got the reveal. That goes to show the quick decisions with no heads up. They give the superstars a same-day notice to get ready for this big role. So even without a proper notice well in advance about him being the leader, Ollie still beautifully took up the role and then an amazing job with what he was given on such short notice. The thing about Retribution, and like we quickly mentioned last week, WWE has given no time for them to tell a story and explain who they are. There's been several online promos of Ollie explaining the reasoning behind their names. Ollie said that he was always made fun of for his last name, so he assigned them weird names that would get them made fun of just to help them relate to what he's gone through his entire life. This was an amazing explanation for the members' weird names, but the only problem is that Ollie sent that on a Twitter promo. The general Raw audience never really had the chance to hear about this backstory for Retribution. The general Raw audience just sees Retribution come out for 3 to 5 minutes every week and lose their match. That's all they see. So of course, no one's going to be interested in that. There's no story there. It's weird how some storylines are, because you can sometimes find more backstory on Twitter for a storyline than you get from actual WWE programming. It's strange how that works. But that's been the main issue with Retribution, losing every week with no story or direction. It's going to get their group nowhere. You can't put the blame on Retribution members. It's not their fault at all. This failure is 100% all on WWE's booking for the group. We saw how hot they came in at the start. We saw what their story could have been if WWE writers kept the same interest on them. But it's like they just stopped caring about Retribution and moved on to the next thing. That's the problem with a lot of these storylines. They start off so hot because WWE's full interest is in that storyline. But then they stop putting in their full effort into the story and it falls apart. That's exactly what happened with stories we've seen over the last year, such as Mandy Rose and Otis, Retribution, the WWE hacker, and so much more. They get you invested in these storylines, and then they come to an abrupt end or just get completely dropped. That brings us up to date to the new theories and rumors about WWE breaking up Retribution. It's unfortunate, so much wasted potential, but if WWE is going to keep putting them through this mess, then it's probably better off to just end it. Pretend like it never happened like they always do, and just free everyone from the group and let them move on to different things. The discussion about a breakup started with some cryptic tweets and actions from Retribution member T-Bar. T-Bar made his Twitter page completely blank, unfollowed everyone, including his fellow Retribution members, changed his name to Don't Blink, changed his profile picture. He put Sunday in his bio and put the WWE Titan Towers Wikipedia page as his account link. He also liked several tweets discussing the Kelly Clarkson song Breakaway. So with the big changes to his profile and liking all the tweets that included the word breakaway, everyone figured that T-Bar could be showing some interest in wanting to break away from Retribution. Retribution did end up turning on Ollie, but it was on the pre-show of Fastlane. Their big breakup moment couldn't even make it to the actual pay-per-view. T-Bar changed his Twitter bio to Monday, implying that we'll get a follow-up to the story the following night on Raw. But that didn't even happen. There was no follow-up on Raw for Retribution after their breakup. Even their breakup is being mishandled. But no one is surprised by now. The changes to the Twitter profile and trying to break down all these cryptic messages and action really brings us back to the WWE hacker days. Talk about WWE giving up on great storylines that had a lot of great limitless potential. It's unbelievable that WWE easily gave up on the WWE hacker, when it was one of the most interesting things they had going in quite some time. Everyone was following the hacker's Twitter account, waiting for the new teasers of the next target, trying to figure out whose voice was behind the hacker. It had the community coming together, trying to crack the story like if it was a movie. The hype was at an all-time high, and in typical classic WWE fashion, the storyline was dropped with no explanation at all. So you look at the hacker storyline, Retribution storyline, two storylines that had the most interest last year. And look at them today. One is gone, and the other one might as well be gone because nothing is being done with them. T-Bar's Twitter makeover did give us some flashbacks of breaking down the hacker's Twitter profile, and who knows, maybe it'll be a good idea for them to revive the hacker storyline. There was just so much potential story to tell with the hacker storyline that even a year later, it's still unbelievable to think that they really dropped that like nothing. It would be interesting though for the hacker to reappear. Ollie told us that it was him, but what if the hacker interrupts Ollie? That'll be spooky because we know that's not Ollie. So who's messing with him and being the hacker now? That would be fun to explore a bit. Also, for when it comes to Ollie, if he had all these hacker abilities and all this knowledge, why hasn't he used those skills to maybe get dirt of Retribution's opponent? You told the audience he had those skills, so why not put it on display one day? But that's where we're all at right now with Retribution. They have split, and WWE couldn't even follow up that story on Raw. What are your thoughts on this Retribution breakup? Becky Lynch had one of the biggest turnarounds in WWE that we've seen in quite some time. Becky went from being on WrestleMania's kickoff show to being the WrestleMania main event in just over a year. One of those big defining moments for Becky Lynch was during the build-up for Survivor Series in 2018. Becky Lynch invaded Raw with the rest of SmackDown's locker room to make a statement to Raw. Only problem was that Becky took a hard hit from Nia Jax that broke her nose and knocked her out. Becky Lynch still went on to the top of the staircase in the arena, and the shot of Becky standing on the stairs with her nose all busted up, but still standing strong, just gave Becky this legendary and iconic moment. You may not be able to recall anything else that happened on Raw that night, but majority of WWE will remember that shot of Becky Lynch on the stairs. However, Becky Lynch has no memory of the moment and can't recall it at all. Daniel Bryan was recently speaking with Sports Illustrated and revealed how Becky had no memory of that night. It's really interesting. I was talking to Becky Lynch about this. She had that amazing moment where her face got busted open. She's in the crowd, and it's this magic moment that makes Becky. But she barely remembers it because she got smashed in the face. It's one of those things where I watch it on YouTube, and it's cool, but I really don't have any real recollection of it. So judging by that reveal by Daniel Bryan, it sounds like not only was Becky dealing with a broken nose, she very well must have had a concussion that night as well during those closing moments of Raw. So for her to stand up there in that closing shot of Raw with a concussion and with a broken nose makes that moment even more insane. But she can't recall that night and has no memory of it. What are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.